understanding Webster Las Vegas Review Journal, last 2 periods pretty much held them to nothing. So how much of a backbreaker was that first period, especially that third goal at the end of the period?
Well, let's start with the first goal. I mean, that has no right going in the net. You got to prepare yourself to play, be ready to go. So ends up being a difference in the game too, if you want to look at it that way. We had lots of time to get sorted out after that. We did, but the third goal looked like there might have been a call there on Marner in front of the net, but that's hockey. But we didn't track back into our end very well. It was a 3-on-3. We missed a coverage in front, so that was a tough one to give up. But we battled back, got it to 3-3. So then you sort of forget about what happened earlier. And the third period, I thought we were their goalie won them the game. Mitch was in, Jack was in, Mitch was in twice. We had some good looks. He made some big saves, and obviously stopped us 3 times in the shootout. So we've got to give him credit. So keep build from the positives for Friday, and go from there.
Paul Dos Santos, NHL.com. How do you think Mark did in his first game back, and how did that line overall do in general?
I like the line. Thought Mark was excellent. You know, he's done this before when he's come back off injury, even longer. Played well. Clearly did what he had to do to stay ready to play. The line was good. I thought Stoney's really good at drawing people to him. Howie's good through the middle, so they're able to find some weak side ice to Marner a couple times. Howie obviously got in behind, scored a goal that he typically scores with speed, driving wide, making a play in tight with the goalie. So liked their line a lot.
Anything else for Bruce tonight? We'll go back to Paul.
Bruce Wolf, about the overtime, how did you feel your team did in this particular game in overtime? And also just, you know, did you see steps moving in the right direction, or is it just a case of just finishing opportunities?
Well, I was looking at it. I think we have 17 overtime shots, and we've scored once. And it was an empty net in San Jose. So our shooting percentage is essentially 0 if you take that one out. So that's an issue. But, you know, Barbie goes in and hits the bar down. I mean, we've had some good overtimes. Their shooting percentage is probably 25 to 30%. So that's why we haven't won any. Pretty much sums it up. I don't think we gave up much in overtime at all. I think Giroux had an outside drive, which is a routine kind of play. But nothing dangerous, nothing odd man. Nothing east-west tonight. So it was a much better overtime in terms of taking care of the puck. Barbie was in. Theo was in late. I don't know what happened, if it got deflected or rolled off his stick, but he had a good look. You know, Hanny had an outside speed chance. So I like the way we managed overtime, to be honest with you. Just we had the best chance and we didn't finish it. Hit the bar.
Mark, how did you feel out there just for your first game back?
Not bad. Got into it pretty quick there. Overall, felt pretty good. Been able to skate quite a bit, so legs started to go a little bit towards the end of the game, but overall felt good.
I know you weren't out there for the other overtime losses, but is there any common thread you see with just the struggles in overtime?
Well, we lost in the shootout tonight, and I don't know if we really gave up much at all in the OT. Barbs hits the crossbar. He's a centimeter away from ending the game. Theo makes a great play. Finishing, I guess, right? There were some games too. I think it was the Anaheim one. Crossbar, chance after chance. It sounds ridiculous, but I have to score. I don't think we're, way off. We just need to capitalize our chances and score, put it in the back of the net.
You guys played well in the first period, even though you fell behind, but then you came back and get the goal. But the third goal, just how much of that was a backbreaker?
Sucks, obviously, but I don't think it changed our mindset. I think we totally controlled the second and third period. I'm not sure they had as much of a scoring chance for especially in the third. We had every opportunity to end the game. Just had puck on our stick. Just couldn't capitalize. Thought it's unfortunate. I think for the last month we've been playing some really good hockey. Just can't get over that hump, and I think getting down in the game early in the game is what's killing us. We know we're going to wear teams down. It's the way we play, but it's we're getting off to that better start and giving ourselves being even or one up after the first period, because second periods we really that's when we really start to work their D down low, and you can see in the third period their D start back off, and we can start making plays. They're turning pucks over. Really thought overall the last two periods is the way we want to play. We gotta start that way.
Do you feel like you picked picked up right where you left off on the power play?
I don't know if I picked off right where I left off, but no, I think I made a couple good plays and I got a real lucky bounce. But that's you take those and run. I think overall it was okay. We had some zone time, we had some chances. Just it'll come, it'll get better. This morning's skate was the first time I skated with the guys and since I got hurt, so be good to kind of get in some game action, get in some practices, and kind of get rolling. I'm not sure how many practices we're going to have over the next little bit, but jump right back into the games will be fine.
Mark, having been through this before, come over here. Having been through this before over the years, is it easier to just come back and get into the flow of things than maybe when you were younger and you had to figure it out?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I've had some experience of testing different theories, I guess, on returning to play. It's very not what I want, but I think the staff we have here between, Aaron, who does a lot of the rehab, Steve, and everybody, Doug, the entire staff. I'm not going to rifle off everybody's name, but they care so much and they do a ton of research on what the best way to come back from injuries are. So you kind of just got to trust them. And been skating with Sean Farrell for the last, it seems like a month now, and no puck for 2 weeks, and still feeling like I'm getting something out of the skates. Tough, but those guys do a great job. So you got to credit where credit's due, and the entire strength staff, medical staff, and with Sean, they work together to put together a pretty good system to have guys ready to play and play big minutes when they come back. So a whole lot of credit to all those guys.
Good start with your line.
Last
Do you
question
feel like
from
you
Mark.
guys had a good start?
I think so. We possess the puck pretty well. I don't think we spend much time in our D zone at all. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but sure felt like we were doing a pretty good job off the rush. We started to hold on to some pucks. Howie did a great job skating the middle. I think Mitch obviously adjustment going to his backhand. So there's a few times there where we're trying to make plays, but he's still getting through that adjustment. But man, he made some great plays off the rush. Made some great plays down low, and we had lots of chances, lots of looks. Like I said, as dumb as it sounds, we just got to get the next goal, and that's why we're probably losing in overtime. But you're getting some out of the game at least. 1 point still helps you in the standings. So you got to keep banking points, and eventually it'll turn for us.
You guys obviously held them to virtually nothing in the last two periods, so I guess how much of a backbreaker was that first period?
Yeah, it's tough. It's something that's been kind of popping into our game a little bit the last month or so, and just making sure we're having good starts. Because you never want to be chasing it, and we get to our game in the second, third period, we don't give up anything, and that's the way we need to play for a full 60. And it's not even first periods. I think it's just getting to that full 60 minutes. I think this time of year, you got to start getting to that, and I think you take away that first period, and it's a different game. So we played good the last 40, and it's just it's frustrating not coming away with that 2 points.
These points you're leaving on the table in overtime shootouts, how do you make them up down the road?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's just about obviously overtime and the shootouts. It's tough, because those are points on the table for us that we got to get back. But we got to figure that out. We got to start winning some of those games. And like I said, I think just getting to that full 60 the first period. I think getting behind a little bit, then you're chasing the game, and I think that hurt us tonight.
Now you're out there. Do you think maybe being more direct with the puck, whoever has it, whether it's you, Theo, Jack, whoever, rather than circling back? And I know you're trying to open up space.
I think tonight there were some chances. We had a 2-on-1 Barbie hit a crossbar. Theo had a breakaway, so there were chances there. I think it's just about just bearing down and finishing it when you do get those looks.
In terms of the slow starts, is there any commonality that you've noticed that you feel like you guys really need? Like, is there an area of focus to get those starts better?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I just don't think you want to be on your heels. You don't want to wait to see how the game plays out. When we get to our game, we're one of the best teams in the league, and you look at the last 2 periods there. It's we dominated. So I think it's just about coming out and worrying about our own game. First 5 minutes of the game, playing direct, simple, and then you can build from there.